us out with their song Would You Remember?
There is so much discretion, and all you need are few words. Just say that you remember, the day you kissed me first time, that you can see me laughing when you close your eyes, and that I'm the only one always on your mind. Would you remember, darling, that summer was so good? Would you remember saying I'll always be with you? With you. Sometimes you have doubts and sentimental thoughts. You don't see the light in the darkness of your past. Would you remember, darling, so many things we've been through? Would you remember saying we have nothing to lose? To lose. Would you remember? Would you remember? Would you remember me and the way you feel? Would you remember? Would you remember? Would you remember days when you and I were free? I can go so much deeper to the heart of your soul. Once I will get there, I stay there forevermore. Would you remember, darling, if all the years pass by? Would you remember saying that no one will ever cry? Cry. Cry. Would you remember? Would you remember? Would you remember me and the way you feel? Would you remember? Would you remember days when you and I were free? Would you remember? Would you remember? Would you remember me and the way you feel? Would you remember? Would you remember? Would you remember days?